You're watching CST.
A change in the weather forces a change in locations for practice, but not a postponement. Welcome to the Saints Training Camp Report. I'm John DeShazer here at the Ochsner Sports Performance Center, and it is day 9 and practice number 8 of training camp for the New Orleans Saints. And the team started outside today. A little bit of rain came, and they were still able to work through that rain. However, lightning drove the Saints inside to the indoor facility. Again, they will practice outside if it's only rain, but when the lightning comes, they will bring the practice inside. And it did not prevent the Saints from finishing their work. They started outside in the red zone offense. Success was had again by the offense. They continued on the inside, and they had their practice again under the watchful eye of an officiating crew. Now, it's been extremely helpful to have the officiating crew here because they've been able to tell the Saints exactly what is happening with the new rules changes in the books. And Coach Sean Payton said that's been a good thing for his team on the field.
I think it was good. You know, we went through it. It's a little bit easier for our group because I'm on the competition committee. And so sitting in on those meetings in Florida and understanding the goal of not just the helmet rule, but the goal of any of these points of emphasis or the kickoff, the catch, you have obviously a much clearer picture as to the specifics because you sat in a room. You know, we spent a day on some of these topics. So it's great to have the officials here. These guys do a great job. They too are working to get ready for the season. You talk to them and, they need that work and the reps. And I think it's a valuable time for our team to ask questions out here. And even last night, last night is an informative meeting. It's not a town hall meeting saying, do you guys like it or not? And yet the teams that can quickly adapt and adjust will be the teams that have more success. And so they did a good job.
One of the most difficult jobs in sports is being the man after the man. That's being the guy who replaces the legend. Well, Larry Warford did that for the Saints last year as he replaced Jari Evans at right guard, and he did it in fine fashion. Larry Warford ends up earning a Pro Bowl slot and playing for a team that had one of the best offenses in the league, as well as a team that almost advanced to the NFC Championship game. Larry Warford on his adjustment to the Saints.
I'm pretty comfortable. Just the versatility of all the guys that we have in the room makes it really easy for me, to step in, and the coaching is, top notch. They make it really easy for the guys to, like anybody, to just come into this offense and, pick it up extremely fast. So, and just the chemistry that we have now is, we've meshed together so much better. Compared to like the beginning of last year, we really figured each other out. So it's a good thing. We have a good thing going right now.
He's a great teammate. He's got great respect in the locker room and in the offensive line room. He comes to work every day. He was a great addition for us. He's strong. He's powerful. He helped us a bunch in our run game and in pass protection. And we felt like when we watched his tape on Detroit, those were the traits we saw. And I would say all of that and more is what we got. And I still think he's improving.
Well, when we come back here on the Saints Training Camp Report, we had an opportunity to talk to Saints offensive tackle Teron Armstead. Armstead is healthy as he has been in some years entering training camp. Here with Saints left tackle Teron Armstead, and first things first, big guy, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. Coming off day off, get a chance to recover, rest up. We had to practice indoors. Feel like I was bouncing around today.
Yeah. How does your body feel? Because we know you've been banged up the last couple of seasons. How do you feel after off-season surgeries and recoveries and all those things?
I feel good, man. I feel good. I'm staying on top of everything, trying to stay ahead of any possible thing that can come up. It's football. Some bumps and bruises are gonna occur, but doing everything I can to stay ahead of it, and being out here on the guys, having fun with my guys. Being out here on the field, having fun with my guys.
If we take the word of rookie defensive end Marcus Davenport, you look like the old Teron Armstead, the one we're accustomed to seeing. He says you're winning and you're throwing them around, those kind of things. Do you feel like that dominant Teron Armstead is on the field?
I got a lot of work to do, and I'm approaching it every day to put that work in. I got goals for myself, to be the best I feel like I can be, to reach my ultimate potential, and I think that as an elite player. So I'm trying to reach that. I got a long way to go, a lot of work to do, but I'm willing and able to put that work in.
You're one of those guys who we know you've played through injury after injury, and it really hadn't taken away from a lot of your effectiveness. But how difficult has it been for you to not be exactly what you know you can be?
It was tough. It was tough. At times having to change my approach to the game, my game plan, the way I played as a player. I like to play in a lot of space, being aggressive, but being limited physically, I have to change that. And being able to do that helped me become a smarter player, understanding angles and leverage more. So now getting those abilities back to get aggressive and, fly around a lot more, incorporated with the knowledge that I gained, being limited, I think it's going to help me going forward.
Now, looks like you're going to have to fly around some, because looks like this defense is really flying around on you guys out here in training camp. Just what are your thoughts about facing those guys each and every day? And it seems like these have been some extremely competitive battles.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love this defense. I love what DA is doing with them guys. They're having fun, They are not hesitant, not guessing. They're having fun and flying around. And it's been challenging, as a football fan, not just as a player. Like, I watch, and I see that those guys are in contested throws. They're filling gaps in the run game. And, we feel like we're the best offense in the league. So they're bringing the challenge. It's great for us. It's great for us going forward as a team.
We always hear you guys say iron sharpens iron, and looks like they're sharpening you guys. But how good can this offense be? We know what we've seen from you guys over the years. This has been a top 6 offense at the worst since Sean Payton and Drew Brees came in 2006. How good can this offense be again this year?
We're putting in the work. And as an offense, we're talented. Don't get me wrong. We have some skilled guys that can do it with the best of them. Some of the best in the NFL. And I think our O-line has the potential, has the makeup to be a dominant unit, week after week, play after play. So we put it all together, and I feel like we will. Everybody's locked in, everybody's bought in. We put it all together. Hey, you just got to get your popcorn. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. You don't sound like Teron Armstead. You sound like Terrell Owens on that one. now, offensive line-wise, are you guys coming together? We know Andrus Peat has not been able to work a lot at left guard so far, but you guys have been able to work through injuries the last couple of seasons. But, how do you feel like you guys are gelling, even without Andrus right now?
Our depth is unbelievable. Bringing in Bushrod, getting Bushrod back, Josh Lariva's back, John Fullerton back, Landon Turner, Andrew Tiller, bringing them guys in. Our depth is unbelievable. It would be great to get Andrus back practicing, for me and him to get some cohesiveness. Larry and Ryan have been, rep after rep, getting a good feel for each other, which is great. That right side is strong. So it'll be great for him to get back, but until then, our depth is unbelievable. And we got guys that's capable.
That's Saints offensive tackle Teron. Well, welcome back. This being training camp, the Saints get a ton of visitors traveling through, but a couple of important guys came through on today. Super Bowl heroes, you might say. Those were wide receivers Marcus Colston and Devery Henderson, and running back Reggie Bush. Now, each had a vital role on that Super Bowl team in 2009. Each dropped in to pay the Saints a visit today, and we had an opportunity to sit down and talk with Reggie Bush. Former Saints great, yes, but now currently NFL Network analyst.
Yeah.
How's the gig?
It's good. I've been enjoying it. It keeps me close to the game. I get a chance to still talk football, get a chance to still keep all the relationships that I made in my playing days. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying being on the other side, and it's challenging as well. So it's keeping me, keeping me interested.
When you're at a training camp practice, what are you concentrating on, focusing on, looking for?
Yeah, looking for. If you're talking about when I played?
Yeah. Oh no, right now as an analyst.
Well, I mean, right now it's just about learning the system. I think the biggest thing is developing the chemistry, because that's where the games are won and lost, in the chemistry of a football team. Very seldom are you going to blow teams out in this league. And again, like I said, we're in one of the toughest divisions in all of football, so chemistry is going to be a huge deciding factor in a lot of football games this year. You know, the team with the best chemistry are usually the teams that end up winning the Super Bowl.
A couple of items to finish up here. A couple of guys did not participate on practice on Friday, those being center Cameron Tom, tight end Benjamin Watson, running back Shane Vereen, defensive end Marcus Davenport, and offensive lineman John Fullington. We're not exactly sure the extent of their injuries. If there are injuries, there could have been just rest days in there, but those guys were among those who did not participate in Friday's practice. Now continue to join us here on the New Orleans Saints Training Camp Report as we continue to go through training camp. On Saturday, an open practice here at the Oshner Sports Performance Center. Already sold out, but fans will get an opportunity to see the Saints go through the paces again on Saturday. And please, if you get an opportunity, if you can't make it to Saturday's practice, there's always Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. on the Tulane University campus at Ullman Stadium. Plenty of room for you to get into that stadium and see the Saints go through the paces on Sunday night. Again, I'm John DeShazier here with the New Orleans Saints Training Camp Report.